So, I had a thought. What if I put my best orc in the online pit fights? How well would he do? Bagabug the Stormbringer is undoubtedly one of my best orcs, so I decided to chuck him into the online pits and see how far he would get. Would he make me proud, or would he fall at the first hurdle? The first orc Pokemon trainer that we had to conquer was Evolved Shadow. They sent out their fool of an Olog.
Gandalf the Fool.
Practice time is over. Time for a real fight!
Bagabug shouted out some of his favourite woos, and we were good to go.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa.
The match began, and the fool immediately picked up Bagabug and smacked him across the field. He then proceeds to spam this attack over and over and over and over again, to the point where I start to become pretty worried. Is this going to be the shortest video ever? Well, clearly not, since you can see how long it is. Thankfully, Bagabug finally becomes enraged and he channels his inner Goku. Securing win number 1. I wasn't worried at all. I definitely didn't think about restarting my Xbox at any point in this fight. Coming from behind to get the victory, that is Bagabug's favourite way to do it. Next up, we have an old familiar face.
It's not my fault. It's his fault. Always has been.
The fight starts and Bruce is straight in there picking up Baga like he's a little baby and punching him across the playground. My god, is this going to happen again? Is this going to be a common theme where Bagabug is just picked up repeatedly? Oh, no. No, he's getting enraged. With the initial first fight scare and jitters out of the way, Bagabug then proceeded to just slaughter opponent after opponent.
The crowd screams for you. I will make you scream for them. I'll make you famous. Was never mine. It was always his fault. His fault, always. The crowd screams for you. I will make you scream for them.
Up to a win streak of 7 now, and we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. Until a new orc walked in, a name of which I'd not seen before. Could he be the one to defeat Bagabug finally?
You've had a good run, but it ends here.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Bagabug gave him the woos and they were off. He became immediately enraged by the Karagor. He hates those beasts. He hates all beasts. He hates all people. He hates all orcs. He hates all creatures. Doesn't matter what you are, Bagabug will hate you and he will become enraged. Golem didn't take too kindly to the death of his pet Karagor, and he too becomes enraged. And thus we enter the phase of the shield and spear enraged fight. It's a very tedious procedure where both enemies enraged with each other attack and proceed to block. No damage is done for a very long time. But it seems like Golem is able to daze Bagabug by countering his attacks and bashing him with his shield. Throughout the course of the fight, Golem had definitely landed more strikes on Bagabug, but the thing is, whenever Bagabug landed, he would take off a huge amount of health. He's a very strong boy, probably due to the copious amounts of Baga's secret formula that he injects straight into his ass. And before he knew it, Golem's head had left his body. Just look at that concentration pose right there. He's giving me Undertaker vibes with that. The next orc Pokemon trainer that we were facing had a very scary name, Master. And his orc had an equally terrifying name.
I show you how to fight.
Bagabug shuddered in fear, and then he killed him in 18 seconds. Bagabug was making a living by folding these massive Ologs into the weirdest ragdoll positions. Honestly, at this point, I think Talion was getting a little bit tired of taking the 5 steps to re-enter Bagabug into the pits. The next opponent was the Manbreaker. But luckily, Bagabug is not a man. He's a juiced up, infused Urukai. He used to be an elf who has now been taking copious amounts of Bagabug's special tonics to make him an insane fighter.
Let's make it explode.
And with that kill, we had reached double figures. Bagabug was feeling great. Just how far can we go? The world is our oyster.
Let's see how confident you are when you're wearing your insides on the outside. Fall before me!
Ugh, you look like a show-off. I hate show-offs.
I knock you down and grind you into dust! Practice time is over. Time for a real fight! I fight for Sauron, and I will gladly dedicate your death to him.
Are you sure about that?
Track, your face is annoying. I really want to slice it off.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa!
I'm in danger!
And with that kill, Bagabug had reached a streak of 16. Absolutely massive. And look at this look to camera. Very menacing. But then, Bagabug met a new foe, the Nightmare.
Get ready to lose.
Whoa, whoa!
Would this be Bagabug's final woo-woos? I actually did get pretty scared about Bagabug in this because the Nightmare looks pretty serious. He hits him with a big burp. He's got some black painted elite level Ologs rushing in. They've got flame weapons. They mean business. They're actually doing the shout attack as well, which means that they are definitely advanced. Are they going to cause Bagabug some problems. They tackle him down there. The issue with Bagabug is that he sometimes doesn't go for the grunts. He doesn't really see them as a threat, but these Orlogs definitely are. The Nightmare hits him with a triple strike, hits him on the floor, although I am now noticing that Bagabug, he's been hit a few times now, and he doesn't really seem to have taken any damage. The Nightmare may be a good fighter, but he is not that strong. Bagabug hits him once, gets him down to half health. Oh my god, I can't believe I was worried about this fight. Bagabug is now running away with it. The guy's broken. Oh, the shout! Can't the shout save him? He throws his fire axes. Bagabug blocks it. Bagabug does his own big shout. He just absorbed that guy's burp and fired it right back at him, and the Nightmare is done. He is done. Dunzo. Donito. Finished. Get out of my town right now. Up to a win streak of 17. Can anyone beat Bagabug the Stormbringer? I should have seen this as a sign. I am Irish, and I used to work on the social media of Pucka Pies. So this combination can only mean one thing for me. Certain
You
death.
better not underestimate me. I want a good fight.
I've seen a few deep delvers in my day, and this one is very strong. Arguably the strongest of all the piss orcs. And he's come with his own piss guards. Just look at them. Glorious. Ready to fight. The fight starts and the Deep Delver charges in on top of a Caragor, but it only makes Bagabug angry. He hates all living things, especially animals. He loved to cut the heads off pigeons as a baby, so he hates all animals and takes pride in killing them. He's able to stab the Caragor and get the Deep Delver onto an even playing field. The Deep Delver is a master at counter-attacking Bagabug. Every time he goes to strike, the Deep Delver just smashes his shield directly into Bagabug's face. Good stab there from the Deep Delver. Things are not looking good for Bagabug. He's enraged, but every time he attacks, he just gets countered. A big shout there and Bagabug is dazed. And look, Bagabug literally can't land a single blow against this entity, this monster. He's tackled to the ground and punched on the floor, but he's still enraged. The Deep Delver has yet to become enraged, but Bagabug is not landing at all. In fact, it's all Deep Delver. At this stage of the fight, he hits him on the floor, and Bagabug is already down to almost half health. Finally, Bagabug gets a hit on him while he's on the floor, but it does very little damage. And the Deep Delver just comes back and keeps attacking. Great counter attack there on Bagabug, and things are not looking good for him. Bagabug's health is dwindling right now, and you can see that the Deep Delver's health has barely been touched. All of the grunts are dead. It's just these two Goliaths, these two titans of orcs going at it, and the Deep Delver charges in, hits him with a shield. This shield offensive and counterattack is doing very well for him. Bagabug has seemingly no answer for it. He can't seem to get going. Oh, very good stab there from him, though. That finally does some damage. But this could all be over very soon. The Deep Delver's done a big burp in Bagabug's face. That is, and Bagabug runs and he tackles him. He's going to punch him on the floor. Either or could win this. They are very equal right now. Very equal on strength. Bagabug gets a huge stab in here. Could he do this? Oh, he's been stunned. Can the Deep Delver do it? He tackles him. He's going to punch him on the floor. Oh my god, Bagabug, no. A few more strikes for either side could really do it here. The Deep Delver runs back. He stabs Bagabug. Bagabug seemingly has no health left. His energy is all gone. Oh my goodness. The Deep Delver runs in and smashes him with the shield. This shield was key. He does bear the markings of Sauron, the eye, on his shield. Could this have helped him to his victory? The Dark Arts, Team Piss, have conquered Bagabug. I don't know what to think. Should this impact the Civil War? Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know down below how far you've made it in your online pits. What streak have you hit? And which of my orcs would you like to see do this again?